So for individuals who are in the early stages, you might want to increase the intensity of this workout by also adding a stability cushion that looks like this. Purchase one on Amazon. What this will do is this will increase the work in your abdominal wall. And so if you're in the early stages, you'll probably be fine to do this. And this is just a way to make sure you're also engaging the internal obliques, the TVA, the deepest layer of your core. But what I will say is when you put this stability disc on a chair, make sure your feet aren't dangling in the air. So for me, in this chair, I would need to put 2 yoga blocks under my feet. And I would have to do that for all exercises so that my feet are not hovering and I have that stability. Remember, your thighs, when you're seated, shouldn't be above the bony protrusions of your hips. They should be slightly below. And you want your ankles tracking under your knees and your feet solidly planted, perfectly parallel. Add this disc for any of the levels if you see fit. We're going to make our way over to a wall with our foam roller and our blue loop band. That's the blue loop band, and it's going to be around your ankles like this. So we'll be doing some knee flexion, which is marching. I'm going to take the band off since I do not have flat back or Parkinson's, and it's not good for my posture. But you'll keep it on the ankles. This will add some resistance for both the quadriceps and the hip flexors. Bringing the outside hand to the hip or behind the head, pinning the foam roller with the inside hand. Knuckles facing the roller, palm facing your face. Plug your shoulders down, and you're going to begin marching. The inside leg will lift up. 2, 3, 4, lower down. 2, 3, 4. And as it lifts, you neutralize the pelvis. You don't let your pelvis round under. You tip your tailbone back. You pull the belly in towards the spine. Your supporting leg, make sure that the leg is perfectly parallel and you're not turning the foot out or in. There's equal pressure between the heel and the toes and the inner and outer edge of the foot. It's not collapsing in or out. Equalize that pressure. There's a soft bend in the knees, or knee rather, deep bend in the lifted leg as you take it up. Dorsiflexion in the foot you're lifting. And the biggest component of this is the abs staying engaged, the belly pulling in, and you activating, tipping your tailbone back actively, that lower pelvic floor. So to do that, the belly has to be in, and then you have to lift up on the muscles that stop your stream of pee. If you get tired, you can always take a pause, but keep going. You've got another 20 seconds on this side. If you can do it, hang in there. If the blue loop band becomes too much, take it back to level 4's red loop band around the ankles. Just 10 seconds to go. You should be going slowly up. 2, 3, 4, and down. 2, 3, 4. Let's turn around to the other side, still keeping that blue loop band, or if you took it down a notch, the red loop band around your ankles, pinning the foam roller with the other hand, knuckles facing the roller, palm facing the face, plugging the shoulders down. Don't start quite yet. Bend both knees, feet hip distance apart. Equalize the pressure between the toes and the heels, the inner and outer edges of the feet. Pull the belly in. Lift up on the muscles that stop your stream of pee, and inhale. Take that inside thigh up. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, lower it. 2, 3, 4. Keep that going. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. And exhale. 2, 3, 4. That's all it is. Take it up. 2, 3, 4. Lower it down. 2, 3, 4. Using the breath. Keeping the gaze higher than eye level. Widen the collarbone. Try and pull those shoulder blades together, plugging the shoulders down the back, really relaxing the facial muscles as much as you're able to. Imagining my hands on your shoulder blades, bringing the back ribs towards my hands. Only lifting the thigh as high as you can, not round your low back. Don't lock out in your supporting knee. No pressure on the knee joints. Counting you down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Setting that blue loop band you had around your ankles to the side as well as the foam roller. From here, We'll stay by a wall, bar, or counter for safety purposes. We're going to do a super, super slow march. Arms will swing now as they would if you were marching quickly normally. And you're still going to dorsiflex the foot you lift. And you're going to lift your legs so slowly that it might, I just want to make sure that because it's so slow, you don't overlift to the point where your low back rounds. So we're still going to go for that neutral pelvis, abs engaged, chin up, and eyes a little higher than eye level at all times. 7 counts to go up, 7 counts to go down. Soft bend in the knees before we start. Here we go. Inhale, lift one leg, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, we lower it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Other side lifts up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't drop your gaze, lower it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alternating sides, pelvis pulls down as the thigh goes up. And it lowers it down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more time, lift it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lowering it down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep going. Option to step forward or backwards or sideways or diagonal through space onto the leg, challenging the balance. As you begin lifting the thigh, only do what you're comfortable with and what is safe for your body today. And remember, 7 counts up and 7 counts down. Your chin is lifted. You are imagining those hands on the shoulder blades. Back ribs are pushing into them. Belly's firming in towards the spine. You're really lifting up on the muscles that stop your stream of pee, neutralizing your pelvis, tipping that tailbone back. All these checkpoints I will continue to remind you of because we lose track of those as we're doing our exercising and working. One more breath here. We're now going to come back to our chair, bringing our yellow Theraband and our anti-burst ball. I'd like you, actually, we'll do that in a second. We're going to do some hip circles first by the wall. So let's stand by the wall and one hand on the wall, bar, or counter. Slow 7 count to lift the thigh up, externally rotating it. Take it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, lowering it down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Super slow, still recruiting the hip flexors and quadriceps. Lower it down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, inhale, lift up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lowering it down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more time. Inhale, lift. 2, soft bend in the supporting knee. Belly firm. Neutral pelvis. And let's turn ourselves around to the other side. Don't begin quite yet. Both feet hip distance apart and parallel. Soft bend in the knees. Equal pressure between the heels and the toes, the inner and outer edge. Inhale. And now we begin lifting up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lowering. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Super slow. Take it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lowering it down. And that circle is going away from the body. Notice that I'm doing external, not towards the body. You'll feel the quads and hip flexors recruiting. Don't overlift the leg. Keep going. So when I say don't overlift, I mean don't hike your hips. Your hips should be square like headlights to the wall in front of you. And this side knee flexion or hip circle, it goes from forward knee flexion to the side knee flexion, both of which are exercises we will do to strengthen your quadriceps and hip flexors throughout our work today. Keep going. Make this one your last one. And now, after this one, you can grab your yellow Theraband, and your anti-burst ball, coming to sit. Ball goes between the inner thighs. Hold the end of the Theraband in each hand, like you were holding a jump rope, and throw the center of the band over your back, right over your shoulder blades, taking it under the armpits, wrapping around the knuckles with the thumbs on the outside. This light band is here as a gentle reminder for the front ribs to reach for the back ribs and for the back ribs to press into that band, engaging your upper back, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, feel your pelvis ground down. Exhale, squeezing in on the ball, inner thighs pulled back. Lifting one thigh and extending the shin, dorsiflexing the foot, and then lowering it down slowly. Alternating sides, inhale, lift, extension. Exhale, bend at the knee. And lower. Only lift the thigh as high as you're able to maintain that neutral pelvis. This is an easy exercise to lift the thigh and round and slouch. We don't want to reinforce that rounding in the low back. So be honest with yourself. Pelvis grounding down, tip it back a little bit, lift the thigh only as high as you maintain the neutral pelvis. Belly is firm. You're alternating sides, staying with that breath, reminding the front ribs to reach for the back ribs and the back ribs to press into that band. Chin up, gaze higher than eye level, finish up your last one. Great job.